Hey, it's Jessica, and today we're doing something a little bit different. I'm taking you on a walk through the entire festival grounds of Greenman Festival, where I'm spending the weekend with my family and friends. Again, I just want to say thank you so much for being patrons on my channel. You guys really make such a huge difference to my ability to keep making videos like this, so thank you again. So Greenman is an arts, culture and music festival. There's so much to see and do here for everybody in the family, from a newborn baby all the way up into a senior citizen, and I'm going to show you all around. Some of the big bands that are playing this year include Underworld, TV on the Radio, Wet Leg and Kneecap, amongst hundreds of others. Just walking through the campsite area, you can see loads and loads of different tents. It's not fancy, but it's what we called home for the last few days. That's not Grandma. There's an absolute army of volunteers here that are making everything run smoothly. I've just come through the courtyard entrance. You can see tons of food trucks. Over this direction is Einstein's Garden. We're going to walk through Einstein's Garden at the very end of our tour today because my husband and friends are seated over there right now, so I'm starting as kind of a circle here. So Einstein's Garden, just for our bearing. Then I'll pop a map up on the screen a number of times today too. There's one curry place I've been smelling for the last few days that smells so delicious. There's only one problem. There's about 100 curry places. I think I have it narrowed down to the one I think it is, but I'm not sure. You've got some vintage shops, kind of hippy-dippy shops, and just over here, more vintage and an outpost of the legendary London record shop Rough Trade, achingly cool.
Jewelry.
This is the place you're going to come if you want to buy your very cool indie records, and you can actually see they've got artist signings here, so some of the members of different bands coming to do some signings, and even on Sunday, one of the members of TV on the Radio, and TV on the Radio are one of the biggest bands playing. So there's Rough Trade, and they're selling mostly albums from the bands that are playing. Over to my right now, we're going to head into the walled garden. I haven't spent much time here. I just don't know many of the artists that are playing here, and it's also really hot in there, not much shade, and it's loud. So as many of you know, I have a 2-year-old, and it's not a great spot for little kids, but we're going to check it out together right now.
Thank you so much. This is going to be our last song, man. Thank you so much.
That was the walled garden. It was really loud, but you can see some of the amazing food options. I keep wanting to buy some of these little mushrooms. Look at these. I feel like my mum would like these. Cool used trainer shop. Trainers, of course, the British term for runners, sneakers, tennis shoes, whatever you call them in your home country. And some more vintage in case you're dissatisfied with your festival togs. You can just buy some new ones. Let's go check this out over here. One of the things that I really love about this festival and Wales in general is the reclaiming of their nearly lost language. I love hearing people speaking Welsh, and there's lots of Welsh represented here, not just with the bands and the food providers, the artists, but also with the language absolutely everywhere. So every sign is always in Welsh and in English, and some of them just in Welsh. And there's a whole Welsh kind of permaculture section as well. Another bazaar here. This is the area of the comedy tent. It's just over to my left. We're going to check that out in a moment. Not just comedy, but we've got like a bazaar, flea market kind of area. And straight ahead, a deli called the Dragon Deli. The dragon is, of course, the symbol of Wales. And this deli is run by the local school in the nearby village. And the nearby village is called Crickhowell. And so the kids and the parents, I was reading about how the grandparents and parents make pies and cakes to sell here at the Dragon Deli. You've got a tea stop if you want to go have an ice cream tea, and Myfanwynn's cider. Cider, of course, a huge part of the Western UK. Think of Somerset, Devon, Cornwall, Wales being beloved cider drinking places. And then here, this has so far actually been one of my favorite tents. This is called Babbling Tongues. And at night, starting at about 5 o'clock until 2 in the morning every day, there's comedy here. Tonight I'm hoping to come see at 8 o'clock, child permitting, British comedy legend Stuart Lee, one of my favorites. And during the day, it's something called the Talking Shop. And let me just show you the program. I'm hoping to maybe give a talk or a lecture here next year. I don't know. Maybe not here at the Talking Shop, but there's lots of other places where there's workshops and talks being given. But you can see here today at noon was the Green Man Pop Quiz. And then a history talk about the nearby iron city, Merthyr, and how it was the iron capital of the world. And so you've got some local industrial history. And then at 3 o'clock, I came to see Will Hodgkinson and Lawrence in conversation with Lisa Wright, and I'll pop a bit of that interview here. Lawrence is a very strange character, never quite made it big, but always on the periphery of pop music, indie music.
You around in that sort of process? Like, how was it on your side?
I loved it because I always wanted to be in a film all my life. I was one of them kids that would be walking down the streets, but I was in a film really, you know, and everything I did was part of the film. So when I got a chance to do this idea with me and Will, everywhere we went, it was like, it felt like being in a film.
Yeah.
And especially when something great happened, like the shoplifter gave me the cocoa butter, and there's so many things that happened on that year. So it was like being in film, really.
I think Lawrence looks like JT Leroy.
As a documentary.
Or Samantha playing JT Leroy. See, at about 7 o'clock tonight, Joseph Emsley, the MC, is going to take over, and then you've got all of these different comedians. And here's the tent. I can't believe I'm filming the urinals, but I just want to point out the fact that they've got, for men and women and everybody in between, they've got standing urinals, or with my British accent, urinals. And what's really been nice is to be able to use these squatting urinals. The company that builds them is called Pequel, but I overheard some girls in their 20s say, I finally don't feel like a second-class citizen. Because the queues for the women's toilets are always so long, and men are just whipping in and out while we stand in the line. So I've been loving the Pequel urinals. Oh, here's that same poster in English here. It's Bertrand Russell, I think. Love is wise, hatred is foolish. Okay, let's head up this hill. This is actually one tent that I haven't ventured to so far. People heading over this way, I think, is an exit towards the camper van. So my husband and I, with our 2-year-old, are camping in a field. We didn't go for any of the glamping options. We decided to try and save some coin. I think we made a mistake. I've already booked us a hotel for nearby for next year because it's been really challenging. I think next year is going to be a lot more comfortable, but I've loved it. That's not true. I've loved the festival. I haven't necessarily loved the camping aspect. All right. I don't actually know what stage this is. So I got here on Thursday. It is now Saturday, and yeah, I haven't even explored all of the tents. This is called the Sessions tent. Sessions for Your Pleasure. Sex Week, Rocket, Sarah Meth, Ella Iron, and West Side Cowboy have been playing. We're just in between sets right now, but very cool. And another bar, as always. Bars on bars on bars. Part of the festival is a craft beer and cider festival as well. Every bar has got some basic local Welsh craft beer, just like an IPA, a lager, a pilsner, some cider. But at one of the bars, the Courtyard Bar, there are about 7 or 8 breweries doing about 5 beers each, and they're all Welsh breweries. So if you want to experience the full breadth of the craft beer festival, it's just one bar for that, but all the rest of them are stocked up too. Let's see what's in here, okay. Wildwood Willow Weaving Workshop. People doing some nice weaving. Oh, can you hear the tinkering? Ding, 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 ding. There's a jewelry workshop. Loom Room Tapestry Workshop. Amazing. Oh, some more tinkering. This is serious. For tools for self-reliance, Cymru. Cymru is, of course, the Welsh word for Wales. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Plant art. Wow. Oh, another little stage too. Okay, banjo busking stage. Okay, I came in through a different way, but there is actually signage for here. This was the Green Man Workshop section. I'll show you the sign. And the stage with the sessions that I just passed is called Round the Twist. Okay, so banjo busking stage. Something over here somewhere. Let's see what that leads to. I think that just leads to where we just come from. But let's have a look.
They were absolutely brilliant. We had Sam, Dee, and June.
It's a nice shady glen. Oh, a very nice spot. It's been unseasonably warm for Wales. Well, I don't know about unseasonably, but it's been 28 degrees Celsius. Yesterday was 29 with no shade, so tough. Tough weather when you're outside all day. See the walled garden where we just were, straight ahead. I'm carrying around my iced coffee. Okay. Pop can crochet. Whoa, I've somehow missed this whole section so far. Here's the tent called Somewhere. What's playing here? Oh, cool. So podcasting, henna and hair wraps, potato printing. Oh, maybe we'll bring my little girl here. We've been talking about potato printing with her. So yeah, lots of different things you can make. Monster wind socks, that sounds fun too. And people just chilling out in there right now. Just a cool, chill space. Escape the heat. Oh, a bubble shop, fire toys, boutique. Okay, so some stuff about band branding is here, some workshops. I actually think a friend of my husband is giving that design a record sleeve for teens. Yoga, hula hooping. There's just so much to do, guys. Oh, and lots of stuff for kids. I think the summer stage is actually for 12 to 17s. Yeah, so much. Oh yeah, I actually think that's my husband's friend over there. All right, wow. Okay, and then this in the UK is called a Helter Skelter, this kind of slide. We don't have these in Canada, or at least if we do, I don't know about them. More coffee shops, a stand selling some traditional Welsh cakes, and a little dinky Ferris wheel. But I've heard a lot of screams coming from that Ferris wheel, so I think it might go really fast. My husband did some digging online. You could see that yellow and green tent poking up behind Ollie Pops and Tabletop Coffee. That's apparently a secret hidden cabaret and drag stage that you can find late at night. I couldn't walk by, I can't resist buying my little girl a bubble gun. Okay, you just saw me hook, line, and sinker get sold a bubble gun. I couldn't resist. My little girl's been seeing other children play with the bubble guns and she's been quite jealous. Okay, so let's get back to our tour here. We're up on kind of the top field, and here's where we have the secondary stage called Far Out, a huge bar, this Helter Skelter slide, the Ferris wheel, etc. On the first night, Thursday night, this was really the only section that was open. So we were all hanging out up here, but I'm going to show you the Green Man as well. So you can see the little kids coming sliding down the Helter Skelter. I might do it, but my little one's still too little to do it. So yesterday I went to watch a band at the Far Out stage called Pissed Jeans. They're an American hardcore band. Like them or love them, I really enjoyed it. So I'll just play a little bit of that for you right now. Okay, so you can see over along the right hand side, more toilets, water filling stations, lots of food, including an excellent chippy. You can see a sign here for the Pride March. Meet at the Green Man Friday at 3. That Pride March came walking right past my napping baby. I'm always very supportive of a Pride March, but that one I was thinking to myself, shh, but she didn't wake up. Okay, so here's the Green Man. Tomorrow night, the final kind of hurrah of the festival is going to be that they are going to light the Green Man on fire. I'm going to make a video about Green Men in the future. They are part of British pagan folkloric culture. Different experts actually disagree on how medieval these are versus kind of Victorian. Victorians loved them and recreated a lot of them. There are a lot from medieval times, often in churches, which is surprising that you would have this mix of pagan iconography. There's a really good podcast I listened to recently, British History podcast, about Green Men and the idea that maybe they weren't so pagan after all. Maybe they have their place in the church, but as I mentioned, I'm going to make a video about them in the future. Basically a foliage covered man. This year here he's got a ram's horns and he's got his nice big jug of cider. I guess this is a Green Man tradition. This is my first year here after all, but it's a Green Man tradition to write a wish and then have the wish go up in flames. I don't know if it's good luck, bad luck to read other people's wishes, so maybe I won't do it, but I'm definitely going to write one of my own. Let's go right inside the Green Man here. You can see his... Wow, they're just absolutely everywhere. Okay, so here's a basket with some empty tags and some pencils. I'm going to write my own wish. Okay, so straight ahead again, those food trucks, and then over to my right hand side, a really great cocktail bar. And then a couple more stages. So straight ahead there's chaiwalas, lots of kind of reggae, Indian music, tabla drums, all kinds of different world music at chaiwalas. Listened to some good ska the other night when we were just here around the fire. And also at Chaiwalla's this morning, I went to this kind of bizarre, unusual kind of performance art piece called Sing Along with Shaman. I really thought it would be like a children's sing-along, and it wasn't, but I'll play you a clip now. It's kind of like Simon Says and community building at the same time.
So just so you know, in case you're wondering, we're on step 1, get to know each other and trust. So we're just doing a quick physical warm-up because it's very dangerous to go on without doing a quick body check-in. So let's just do a little bit of hips, circle of 8 with the hips. Centre of where it all comes from, okay. And now just keep doing that and try and make on.
Nice big gorgeous tree. Let's try while it's there. Little mini golf. In this country it's called crazy golf. Same. And then we've got over here the Back of Beyond, which has been a whole bunch of different performances, gymnastics, comedy, dance, all kinds of stuff. And I think it's a lot of local people as well getting an opportunity to participate. I'll play you a couple different clips that I've filmed here. Right in front of me, a nice big fire pit at night. As soon as it gets dark, fire comes out. I brought a nice s'mores kit and some hot dogs. Maybe we're gonna make some s'mores tonight. We don't have graham crackers in the UK, but we do have digestive biscuits, which are the closest thing. Oh, here's some traveling and pop-up performances. I'll show you this one here. There's a restaurant. You can do whatever you like. These random performances just pop up everywhere. There's like fringe performers and things here too. I'll actually show you this little bit of this Soundscape Charlotte Bronte performance. I'll pop the clip in right here. All right, and this group here that we can see, they're about to do a headphone-wearing soundscape tour across the Yorkshire Dales as led by Charlotte Bronte. I wanted to do this one, but unfortunately the timing's not working out. A tent that I would be spending all my time in if I wasn't here with a 2-year-old is the Cinemadrome. And you can see inside the Cinemadrome, they are playing all kinds of different movies. So I watched the 30th anniversary of Babe with my little girl. But the first night I was here, they were showing a documentary about, what else? Impressionism. Here's a clip of that.
Renoir's Dancer and the Parisienne are both sketches and nothing more. The figure should not be systematically treated in this loose way. It is an attractive approximation, but at most, it is a mere promise.
I don't have a quiz team this year. Nobody's really interested in joining me, but I wanted to check out the film quiz so I can get ready for next year.
The remaining 2 band members would go on to form which band? Was it A, the Doobie Brothers, B, Oz Skaggs, or C, Steely Dan?
And from here we can hear the main stage. We haven't seen the main stage together yet, but I promise you it's just over here. But before we head over there, I'm going to take you through the kind of spiritual village. I don't know if it's actually all that spiritual, but it's a place where you can have like sound baths, organic and vegan skincare, aromatherapy, massages, sacrocranial massage. Sounds heavenly. So you can see that's all of these tents here. We're gonna walk right through. Oh, it's nice and cool down here. This is such a perfect spot. Wow. You can see they're getting a chair massage. I might come back for one of those. Deep tissue massage, reception, lots of yoga. There's yoga everywhere. And I'll just stop here. You can see all the way down this hallway, this path. I just want to show you the sound gong tent. It smells divine. Look at how nice that sound gong tent is. Isn't that beautiful? And all the, oh, it smells so good. And all of these yurts. All right. Straight ahead, there's a little bit of camping just directly ahead of me. And then there's the Little Folk section. And Little Folk is obviously the area for kids. And here's a map of it. There's actually a lot more than you might think. Tons of different tents and things to do. It was really hot in there. We didn't actually spend as much time in here as we wanted to for my daughter, but she liked what we did here, and it's just amazing how family friendly it is. Okay, we've almost come in a full circle. I'm going to show you exactly where we started, but then there's still a little bit more to see. There's the main stage, which you can hear in the background, but there is also Einstein's Garden and Rising, so there's more to see. I'm really getting my steps in today, holy moly. Here is the camping on the map. It is really, really vast. We are staying about as far away as you could possibly be. Okay, so through this gate is actually where we started our tour. I was just on the other side of this gate. I had just bought my iced coffee.
They were proper chai waters.
And this is where we started earlier. But we're gonna go back this way. We're gonna check out Einstein's Garden and save the main stage for last. Okay, there it is in the distance, but we'll go have a good look at it. So Einstein's Garden focuses on Welsh permaculture, gardening, environmentalism, as well as this very confrontational art project called Hell. This is the exterior of the shell. You can meet here to take guided walks about the nature in the area. Medicinal plants, bug safari, city sprouts and healing weeds, foraging walk. Okay, so here we have University of Oxford research about the gut biome. Guerrilla archaeology, weave through time, so a little archaeology tent. Come and explore the science of the lamb, so I guess sheep cultivation and archaeology. How to build a universe, workshops about particles, space-time, black holes. Ooh, it is hot in here though, so much. Wind farms, ocean power treasure hunt, lots of stuff for kids and teens to do. Green energy. 24-hour charge point. Charge your phone from solar power. And there's 3 little stages over here. One is called Pandemonium.
it feels to me like if there's if
Circular
that purchase is
food,
going to
Bristol
start
food waste
redistributing
collection.
money into these projects
on booze and internationally, but which is a really, really important part of it. At the moment, I just do everything. It's only going to get us so far, so we need to think about how we can spread this.
You're doing well, though. You're doing well. You started well.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Talks
There's
here.
this thing about, so we say that we
language,
keep our overheads
anti-poverty,
relatively low.
fight
So the way that we can
fascism.
compete with the big brands is, if you imagine equity that they built up, how does a
This right now is how to build a
Wales,
business that destroys capitalism and saves the planet.
Suddenly start to compete with that. How can we ever compete at that level?
And here they've got things about history, etc. I'm thinking about asking them if they'd be interested in me doing a talk about like ethical museum going or museum controversies. I would love to do that next year. And two more little areas here. There's alchemy, which is again more cool talks. Heritage is nature is our heritage. Conversation about the future of food.
Yeah, I think are often influential.
And here, whimsy. Workshops around a table. Conversations and workshops here. There was supposed to be chicken meeting and handling earlier or today here, but sadly, because of the current bird flu situation, they had to cancel the chickens. And then just straight down here and straight ahead, there is the rising stage, which is rising bands. Bands that are not quite big enough to be on the far out stage or the main stage, but that still have a following. So, as I mentioned, there is a whole area for kids, but my child and all the kids we're with have been obsessed with this little stream instead. Anyways, crossing the stream just over here. This is the rising stage. And it's a great little stage, but just look at this beautiful mountain backdrop. It's a really cool place to see a band. No one's playing right now, obviously, but we have watched a bunch of bands here. Finally, we've got to go to the main stage, which is called the mountain stage. Right now, the artist playing is called Gweno, and this is her last song, so let's go watch a bit of it. And it's in this amazing natural bowl. Gweno is currently singing in Cornish.
Is there cheese? Is there or isn't there? If there is cheese, bring cheese. And if there isn't cheese, bring what there is. It's vegan friendly. Is case. Is punagis. Mazis case. Draw case. Hapu nagis case. Drone pif is. It's good enough for me. Thank you. Have an amazing rest of your man. Right, here we go. Chat.
Thank you so much for being my patrons. I'll see you the next time I'm not in the museum.